John Wall's recent retirement has ignited a heated debate about his legacy in Washington. The former NBA superstar, who once dazzled fans with his electrifying playmaking, has stepped away from the hardwood to pursue a new career as an analyst for Amazon Prime. But here's where it gets tricky. Despite his undeniable talent and the passionate fan base he cultivated, Wall's journey raises a compelling question. Should a player's jersey be retired if their team never reached the pinnacle of success? And this is the part most people miss. The line between individual brilliance and team achievement is far more blurred than it seems. Wall, the #1 overall pick in 2010, spent the majority of his career with the Washington Wizards. When healthy, he was a force of nature, a point guard whose speed, vision, and charisma transformed the franchise during its darkest days. Yet a relentless string of injuries derailed his trajectory, forcing him to bounce between teams in the final years of his career. Even as he struggled to stay on an NBA roster, one thing became clear. His passion for the game never wavered. Now, he's channeling that energy into broadcasting, where his basketball IQ could redefine how fans analyze the sport. But the jersey retirement conversation is where the controversy kicks in. In a candid interview with the Washington Post, Wall made his stance unmistakable. "I believe it belongs there," he said. "I'm not claiming to be the greatest Wizard of all time, but the city adopted me, and I gave everything I had." This isn't just about pride. It's about recognition of a player who became a symbol of hope for a franchise that hadn't seen playoff success for years. Even without a championship ring, Wall's numbers tell a story of consistency and leadership. He averaged double-digit points and assists per game for over a decade, a rare feat for any guard. Critics might argue that championships are the ultimate currency in this debate. After all, how can you honor someone who never led their team to a conference finals? Wall himself admitted, "The only thing I regret is not making it to the conference finals." But here's the twist. What if the value of a player's impact isn't measured solely by rings? Washington fans remember the way Wall carried the team during its rebuilding years, the way he turned single-game heroics into a nightly ritual. Could his jersey hanging in the rafters serve as a reminder that greatness isn't always about trophies? Or does it risk overshadowing players like Gilbert Arenas or Wes Unseld, who achieved more with the Wizards? And this is the part most people miss. The emotional connection between Wall and Washington was real. He wasn't just a player. He was a local hero who endured injuries and setbacks with the same grit he showed on the court. If the Wizards choose to retire his jersey, it could spark a broader conversation about how we define legacy in sports. Should we celebrate the journey, the resilience, and the moments of brilliance, even if the final goal wasn't reached? Or does the absence of a title make it harder to justify such an honor? We want to hear your thoughts. Is it fair to retire a jersey based on a player's cultural impact rather than their on-court achievements? Share your perspective in the comments below.